Lubbock. And hey guys, how y'all doing? We are here in Lubbock, Texas. We are honored to have a moment to speak with the mayor of Lubbock, Texas, Mr. Mark McBrayer. How you been?
I've been great, man.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again too.
I had the opportunity to interview him as he was running for the mayor position, and he was victorious. Congratulations!
Yeah, it was a long slog, but yeah, it came out at the end all right.
Yeah. So, what kind of priority items have you already been victorious in, and some things that you're working on?
Well, we managed to keep. I had three priorities. One was public safety, obviously, and making sure that our police, particularly, but police and fire, are taken care of, keeping taxes low, and protecting neighborhoods. As far as our police and fire, we were not able to do last year in our budget what I wanted to do. We've tried this year much harder to work a raise into our budget for our police officers and our firemen that I think we're going to be able to do. The challenge, of course, is keeping taxes low at the same time, which was my other priority.
Yeah, sure.
That's always
a hard balance.
It is, but people do understand, and are committed to public safety being a real priority. And so I have to be able to show the people that we are being conservative with their taxes in all other areas so that we have enough to make sure that we take care of our public safety responsibilities to them, because that's our number one chief responsibility. I'm still trying to find ways. We're just now getting into the budget season, figure out how we can do that without raising taxes. Don't know if we are going to be able to succeed in that. We did keep taxes very low last year, not at the no new revenue rate like I wanted, but they didn't go up more than about $7 per house, average household. So that was, I think people understood that and we're okay with that. So we'll see how that comes out this year. As far as the biggest thing I've done this year is in January, I signed the contract. We bought a ranch just to the south east of Lubbock in a canyon that we will be building a dam in that canyon, and the lake that will be formed there will be 1/3 of our water supply for Lubbock for the next 100 years. So that was a big thing to do, because Lubbock wouldn't exist if we don't have water. And so that was probably the biggest thing I've been able to do since I've been mayor. And I've got some plans for downtown development that I want to work on, that we're trying to move those all forward. That's a big thing I'm working on. So it's been a challenge. We've had challenges.
I've always been curious with the university here. Is there any kind of what are the challenges with that when you have so much of that population leaving and coming back, leaving and coming back? How do you deal? Does that affect you in any?
Well, we love them while they're here most of the time. Most of the time, they're great for our economy. Of course, the university is great for our economy because those professors and administration and all that, they're here all the time. Kids come and go, but the employees of the university are here all the time. It's a great boon to our economy. Lubbock really economy stands on about three stools, I guess, 3 or 4. You've got agriculture, which is the oldest one, the traditional one. You've got the medical, tech, I guess, is the second one. It came in 23 and has continued to grow. And then we've had the hospitals come in and be a big part of our economy as well. Those are kind of the three legs that Lubbock depends on. And it's kind of nice because university's going to be there. The students are going to be there. Cotton crops come and go, but it's still a pretty steady thing. And the medical field just continues to expand here in Lubbock. So it's good for us.
It's good. I'm glad that seems like you have a really good take on it and know how to kind of maneuver, go in and out with that. So Kathy, do you have any questions there?
What do you think was the biggest reason you were able to secure victory? I mean, from a campaign strategy, did you knock on a bunch of doors or just buy a bunch of advertising or a combination thereof?
The fellow that my main opponent, who served on the city council with me as well, he'd been there 8 years. I've been there 2 years, and he had 4 times the money I had. He didn't have the right message. I mean, you have to have the right message. And the message has to be you. It has to be your real message, because people can see through it if you're just saying words. And I was fairly new to the political scene, just been in office 2 years. But people who were active locally in politics and conservative movement and Republican Party knew me, knew what I stood for. And so they supported me. I was I worked hard. I worked my opponent, knocked on doors. I had a list of 11,500 people. I was pretty darn certain who were going to vote and would likely vote for me. And I knocked on those doors. I called them. I mailed them, and I got the final in the general election. I got 11,500 votes, and in the runoff, I got 11,800. I had the right people.
That is major. That's grassroots. When you can keep that same conform number, usually it drops.
It drops. I looked at Lubbock's history. Usually in Lubbock's history, the second place guy wins the runoff. That's very traditional.
Yeah.
But and never have I seen where the second place guy got more votes. I mean, the guy who wins the runoff got more votes than he got in the general election. But I actually exceeded my numbers, and that was by continuing to focus on. I didn't change my message. I didn't, try to just respond to what my opponent was doing. I stuck with my message. Was very clear about it, and so
it's so much easier that way, isn't it?
Oh, it's much easier.
You're not making stuff up and shooting from the hip.
You're not shooting from the hip, and you're not letting them set the agenda for you. You know why you're in it. You know what you want people to know about you, and you keep telling them that, and make sure that there's no confusion on their part about who you are and what you stand for and what you intend to do. And so I think they got that. They heard that. And my campaign slogan was the choice for a new direction. I believe that people in Lubbock really wanted a new direction at City Hall. And I made sure, and one of my things I kept saying is, I know I represent you and not City Hall. That's an important thing to say.
Yeah.
And
it's so refreshing and not what we are currently enduring. So.
Yeah. Well, I think people are tired of people who represent the status quo or the entrenched political operatives, the bureaucracy, whatever you want to call it. And that's I don't speak ill of them. I work with them. They're not bad people. They're doing their job. But it's not my job to represent them. It's my job to represent the voters, the taxpayers of the city. Yeah. And so I'm very clear about that.
Well, it's important to have that straight message as well, because the fruit never lies. People are going to figure it out before too long whether or not you meant what you said.
Yep.
The outcomes and the fruit always tell the truth, good or bad.
Yep.
It'll always call you out, will it not?
Yeah. Well, you can. I heard someone today. I was listening to a political speaker, and they said, "Well, he certainly pushed all the right buttons." and I said, "Yes, he did." But I said the other thing is he's been in politics a long time, and he's consistent. He's not just a guy coming in going, "Well, I want to get elected to higher office, and these are the things I need to say." You can look at his track record, and you can see that he's been committed to that and worked towards that for a long time. And so I said, he's the real deal. And but it's very easy for people to hear the message that seems to have won the day, and a lot of places go, "Oh, well, pick up on that." And then, but you look at their history, and they were never there.
Yeah. Well, here in Lubbock, you guys are 4 years, right?
Mayor's just 2.
Really?
City council's 4. Mayor's 2. So I'll be running again next year. So
that is wild.
Got to go through that. I don't know, maybe it'll be easier next time. I don't know. We'll see. There were 6 in the race, One was a college kid. He didn't really do anything. So maybe it won't be so crowded this time. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, I know your grassroots work because it caught my attention. I drove all the way from Lubbock to come interview you in your home, and had my daughter out in the truck. And it was a good interview, and I was really pleased to have gotten the opportunity. So congratulations again.
Thank you. I had people out there working, knocking on doors, walking streets, and I did a lot of it myself. So that's what it takes.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're very glad that you're here. How do you know Melinda Ann?
Well, I work with her. I mean, she works at City Hall, and I was down on her floor the other day and visiting down there. I was actually down there for the 4th of July dresses up as Uncle Sam. I was passing out candy.
There you go.
And so she said, "We'd like you to speak at this year." And I said, "Certainly. Just let me know when and where. I'll be there." And Tony, I've known a long time. So
well, we're glad to have you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
You bet. All right. Good to see you. All right.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.